Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back. The Saints Block Party podcast brought to you by Precious Works and week 2 in the books for the New Orleans Saints. Adam, joined by my guy Wolf, aka Ryan. Saints dropped to 0-2, losing to the San Francisco 49ers 26-21 at home.
Sir,
I want to give a shout out to you tweeted about it in terms of just asking, the fans how they felt. And one of our followers, Landry1117, Matt Landry on Twitter, I think he worded it perfectly. He said, helping draft stock while not being miserable to watch and playing with some fire. Penalties are maddening all around, but the offense has been better than I expected, which is encouraging. Just not enough talent all around.
perfectly said.
There are some good things in this game. This is a game that you really wanted the Saints to win.
Yep.
49ers had their backup quarterback. They had Mac Jones in the game. Kyle Juszczyk gets hurt. I know that the Niners had an offensive lineman at some point get injured, but I don't know if he returned to the game. They were the walking wounded, bro. They were the walking wounded, but it's just a situation where the margin of error for the Saints is razor thin.
So thin, bro. So thin.
Like the fact. And this is not me saying that he played a perfect game. I think he played a decent game, but Spencer Rattler threw three touchdowns and the team still didn't win.
Need more than that, bro. It's gonna take more than that.
Not enough. I think the best thing that came from this game is Juwan Jennings has this long touchdown. Pete Warner gets confused in zone coverage. It's just a huge bust. And I said it in the Zoom live stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, appreciate y'all. Hit like, subscribe, put those notifications on, put that bell on. If you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, however else you're consuming this, make sure you're hitting that follow button and 5 stars, what have you. Shout out to Michael Morgan with the $1.99 super chat. He said, "What's up, fellas? Appreciate you." I said if this team could go down and score a touchdown and get a third touchdown on the drive and just not crater, because at that point it was the AK like fumble that was like the weird fumble that was whatever.
Oh.
And then the Niners go down. They scored a touchdown. So at that point, they're up like 20. I think they're up 26, and the Saints were, I forgot what the score was. 13, maybe? I don't know. No, it wasn't 13. It was 14. 26-14. And I just said, if they could go down and just get this third touchdown, it would show me a lot about this team. The fact that they did not crater. They didn't just pack it up.
It was feeling like that.
Bruh, it was getting close. But they put a drive together. And I know we're talking about this like, man, the team didn't win. We said all during the offseason. Like this season is not going to be about winning losses. It's not going to be about winning losses. It's just not. Like you got to adjust your expectation. Yes. This season has to be about, you got to see what you got for 2026.
Who is on that bus?
Now, there's a certain player that wears number 1 that's playing a star position that
he's not on the bus for me,
bruh. And there are some, and the good thing is, before the season, during preseason, whatever, like the team potentially was gonna thinking about giving him an extension. That shit was gonna age worse than the Pete Warner contract, bro. Like, I was talking to my buddy and I said if they extend Alante without and I was like, what's the rush? What's the rush for extend? Like, what? Why? Why do you need to extend Alante right now? What has he shown you that just makes you confident that you need to extend him right now?
Just because it's exactly what he's shown you, that he's not dependable on the field. Not dependable on the field, man.
And he just goes and he went out and just played an atrocious game.
Atrocious game. I mean, I was just rewatching the highlights just to kind of refresh my memory. I was like, golly, Alante had a horrible game.
It was bad.
In every phase. Like blitzing, in coverage, in run support, everything. Just terrible. Terrible.
Bad. Anyway. I know like it's gonna be shitty to have these moral victory conversations.
Yeah.
It is. And
it is.
People don't want to hear it, and people don't want to go to the game and watch it. I tweeted it. I said, shit, it's looking like the election maps in the dome. Like, Niners fans were deep in that bitch today.
It was red deep. Everywhere, bro. Deep.
But in 2 weeks, I'll give them credit, and it sounds weird to say. I don't think they're now. Maybe if the wins pile up, maybe that morale will break. Mm-hmm. They don't look like the worst team in the NFL. Like now, they look like the Carolina Panthers, and the Miami Dolphins. Like they look like they're 28, 29 ish. But they don't look like they're the worst. Like they show fight, and we had on that emergency podcast when we talked about the trade for Jalen Polk, we talked about the things we wanted to see. We saw Kellen Moore open the bag up in this game offensively.
Early, too. Early.
I feel like I'm dominating conversation. I'll let you speak on some things that you saw in this game.
No, man. I agree. I thought Kellen opened it up. That was like the number one thing I wanted to see. Like, because we talked about the Arizona game at nauseam where I just couldn't even take it anymore. I didn't want to hear nothing about it because it was 1 week. Let's see what happens this week as we transition. And he did open it up. The second and 5, the first drive, big deep bomb to Shaheed. Shaheed one-hands it, beautiful catch, just dog catch. I thought in the red zone they did some nice things finally. There was that touchdown to Shaheed. That was kind of like a natural rub, right? Like a pick play.
Yep.
Beautiful, because Shaheed motioned in, lined up next to Juwan, and Juwan like moves over, and they both act like they're about to go inside, but then like Shaheed immediately runs the other way, and it was just set up beautifully. You could tell it was something they worked on this week, and it was like boom, perfect. Would have been a perfect 2-point conversion too.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was nice to see him finally got Valet a touchdown. Finally getting
in the red zone.
Your big wide receiver in the red zone where you need to be using them at. So I love when things that make sense. Like when they do, it's like, oh, thank you. You're doing something that makes sense. So that was good to see from Kellen Moore. Trying to just stick to the positives for now. Rattler started off rough. Couple of inaccurate throws. He had to throw to Olave. I want to say, was it a third down throw? I still don't understand what was happening there. It was like, because Olave, he didn't even look like he was running the route full speed, or he did did he expect the ball? I don't know, but that was weird. There was the throw that what could have been a touchdown early in the first drive. That looked like it was kind of behind Olave. I'm sorry. I'm going to wait till the All-22 come out to really kind of try to get an understanding for that because it looked like the ball came out before Olave was out his break. It was one of those timing things. So, I don't know. Would have liked to see Olave catch that. You know what I'm saying? Tough catch, no question. But it's like, man, let's try to elevate our quarterback a little bit here. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we depending on Rattler to, elevate the team? Like, hey, I was asking a lot. But anyway, but yeah, I thought there was a lot of and look, Rattler, I thought he just that's just the one. It's his his best trait is just like he's like that fighter that just won't go down. Like, damn, bro, like you just gonna keep getting up and keep fighting, don't you? Like there was that throw where they were backed up into the end zone. I want to say it was in the third quarter. It was like a second and I want to say a second and 15 or something. It was a long second and 11 or second and 17 or something. And he just put a rope to Brandon Cooks, who had caught a pass all day. He had caught a pass all day. He put a rope on him while getting hit because he knew he was about to get smoked because he had to stand there and, wait till the routes develop. It's just, those are the things with Rattler where it's like, man, you just want to keep giving him a shot, bro, because he has a lot of those just intangibles that you just want to fight. And he has some things that you just kind of like, man, why'd you do that? Or the pass to AK that became a fumble. It was behind him. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the throw could have been way better. If it was put in front of him, AK could have probably done something with it, but it was behind him. AK reached back, pinned it to the back of his helmet, became a fumble. I argue it wasn't incompletion, but good luck trying to get like
good luck, bro.
Solid answer on that in the NFL. It is what it is. But we're just at that point with Randall where there's going to be some negatives every game, every drive, every game, but there are a lot of positives. And this was his like statistically his best game on tape. Like actually watching, I felt like this was his best game, especially as the game kept going. Yeah. But unfortunately, in the end, just couldn't seal it, bro. Couldn't seal it.
And it's one of those things where the defense made 2 stops and gave the offense 2 opportunities to drive the team down to score touchdowns.
Like go get it,
And you got it, and it didn't happen. Now I will like sticking with the positives, and then it kind of then goes to like a negative. I felt mostly throughout the game, the offensive line played pretty well, especially in pass sets. I did feel like at some point in the game, they felt like they had a matchup advantage with Nick Bosa going against the rookie and Kelvin Banks, and so they switched it. And he got him on a couple of plays, but I think Kelvin Banks, like I have to again, we got to wait till like it comes out, but like I think Kelvin Banks held up pretty well mostly throughout the day. Now on that second to the last drop offensively, both Kelvin Banks and I don't even know who Ray Dents was going against, but they completely collapsed that left side of the O-line. And then we talked ad nauseum about Fuaga playing while injured, and you didn't hear his name called much at all today. It was great, but last play of the game on that 4th down drive, he's going against Bryce Huff, and someone on Twitter, believe it's Tony, is this like it said that potentially they were like hypothesizing that Fuaga short set his set on as a tackle because potentially because of potentially of the injury thing. I don't know if that's how it played out, but I have no idea. Fuaga got beat badly on that 4th and 2 call. Bryce Huff was like Rattler hit his back foot on his drop, and Bryce Huff was on him. And this is where I feel where I am with Kellen. And I said this in the Discord. Offensively, I do think you have someone offensively as a head coach. Well, it's kind of weird because it's tough because as a head coach, you offensively as a play caller, I do think you'll have some schematic advantages with Kellen calling plays, right? I think that's a plus, right, in the modern day NFL. The thing that sticks out to me with Kellen, and it's one of those things that maybe he develops in time, and for some people it's just one of those things where it's you either have it or you have it's either you have it. If you have it, if you don't, you don't. But he has to become a CEO of the football team. It's been on my radar how many times the Saints, even in preseason, slipped in fucking home games. Tyler Shuck slipped on a drop back. Chris Olave slipped on that third down, on that when Tyler Shuck was in, on a key third down. Now, then what was crazy about the slipping in this game was the players told Kellen Moore before the game that they were like, Coach, this field don't feel okay. And he told the media afterwards that the coaching staff didn't think that it was a concern. So then the crazy thing to me, as just a football person, if you didn't feel it was a concern the first half, maybe even the first quarter, but then you see your players slipping in the game, because one of the big plays that Yadam gave up to Juwan Jennings on like a key third down when the Niners were driving to close the first half was because he slipped. Why would you not change something to try to prevent your team from slipping?
That's the stuff that drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. And, okay, you go to a stadium you hardly ever go to, understandable. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It's your home stadium. It's the Superdome. The one place your footing should be, like, immaculate is the Superdome.
Pristine.
Because you practice there. You do everything. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? You should not see your own players slipping. And the fact that they telling you, like, I don't know if it was the players that told him. I know he said the guys told me. I don't know if that meant, like,
the way I read it when John Hendricks said it, it was the players. The players. And I also received a text message. It was the players.
I mean, hello. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Bruh. Like, those are the things that drive me crazy, bro. Like, if you're a head coach, those are the small details that impact the game. Like, very small details that actually impact the game. And you got to be on top of that. You got to be on top of that. You got to bring the guys in on a Saturday walkthrough to come in. Okay, let's see what the footing like. You know, because they just had a high school football game this Friday.
Yep.
You know, Friday night in the Superdome. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, let's go there Saturday, see what the footing like, see what kind of cleats. Do we need the screw-ins? Do we need this, that, and other? Like, it's very, like, minute, but those are the things you got to be on, bro.
Sure.
It's like, come on.
And shout out to Brookie Nola on Twitter said that they sprayed something on the field after the game Friday, and it made it super slick, almost wet-like. They tried to remove some of it before, but I don't think it worked. All I will say is that I didn't see the Niners slipping a whole bunch.
And I even saw like a tweet from Hendricks before the game saying they had some kind of caught out there that they was doing something with the turf. It's like, why as fans are we paying attention to this? And the coach of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Kelly.
Or not if he's not, but if he's told about it. Like, again, I don't want to feel like but like, there's a difference in the NFL between a head coach and play callers.
Right.
There are quite a few people in the NFL that could call NFL plays and call them well and do that. But between that and the difference between being a head coach are categorically different.
Very different.
Very different. So I want to see that growth from Kellen, because that's a key thing fundamentally of being a fundamental like head coach. Let me catch up with the chat a little bit. Wesley Fernandez says, I was at the game today. Absolutely cannot stand the Niners fan base, the absolute worst fan base in sports. I will stand by that. So annoying, and it would have been so nice to get the win on them today.
Bro, I was into it, bro. Like, I was into that game. I wanted to win that. I wanted to win that game. And it was just so close. So close, bro. That would have been a nice win. That would have been a very nice win. I can't much lie.
It would have been. Like, people probably would have. I mean, when I say people, I meant like the big media maybe would have poo-pooed it because of it. We wouldn't have cared, bro. We wouldn't have cared.
And look, Mac Jones was slinging that thing, bro. Like
he almost had 300 passing yards, Ryan.
I mean, come on, man. Shanahan. Injuries or not, one thing they gonna do their thing, bro. Like Juice goes out, he got the tight end doing the same shit uh Juice was doing. It don't matter, bro. Like it just don't matter. He do the rollout to the tight end in the red zone, like the most Shanahan play that he's been running forever. Roll out to the left, dump off to the tight end. Of course, Olante completely missed the tackle. Just completely. In perfect position. Just completely misses the tackle. Another play, Olante come in hot on a blitz. I mean, flying in and literally just, bro, like he stops and like flies past Matt Jones.
That shit had me hollering when I saw it real time.
He was cracking up on the Zoom, bro. Like, I mean, he flew in like, and it's not like Mac Jones shook him or nothing. Mac Jones just stepped back. Okay, you're not gonna hit me. Oh well, I'll complete the pass then. That's a frustrating play because with Alante, it's feast or famine, boom or bust,
bro.
It's like a sack fumble, or a tackle for loss, or it's like missed blown coverage, missed tackle for a touchdown. Like it's nothing in between. Nothing in between.
And as a coach, that has to be maddening, bro. Like maddening. Can we also talk about at some point, because this season is about evaluating, can we get was Quincy Riley a third round pick? Third round pick?
Third round, I don't know.
I don't care, bro. Can we get him in the game, bro? Like,
I'm done with the Yadam thing. We know what Yadam is. Like Yadam, this is Yadam. This is who he's always been. You know, he's going to allow you to keep passes. He's going to make the tackle most of the times. Like that's just who he is. I mean, he's already played enough to where we're not getting a Debo compensatory pick, so that's gone. Like let's get him out of here, bro. Sit him down. He can't be worse. Like Riley can't be worse, right?
Surely not.
At least you'll find out. At least, shit.
Right? That's what I'm saying. We talked about guys. See what players we have for the bus 2026. Sanker. I thought Sanker in place of Julian Blackman as a rookie. Mm-hmm. Thought he played pretty well. Demon Time said Alante is PJ Williams with drip. Please don't offend PJ Williams like that.
PJ making plays, boy.
That's mad offensive. Mad offensive. PJ had one of the most iconic pick sixes in Saints history. Probably the pinnacle of our podcast. Please don't diminish PJ Williams like that. What else? From this game, shout out to Chris Rumpf for that strip sack.
Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful. Came in, got literally pushed to the ground. Still had the motor to get up. Sack fumble.
DeMario recovers it.
Yeah, DeMario recovered, and that was a key play that brought the offense like back into the fold.
Led to a touchdown.
Gave him some juice, and unfortunately, then you had not too long after that you had the fumble whatever by AK. And
was that? Oh shit! Oh, so it led to a touchdown. Yeah, eventually it did. It did.
Kind of evened out in the end, but still, that was a great play.
Wait, timeout. I can't believe we've gone 24 minutes. We need to talk about Blake fucking Groupie.
Bruh. Do you want an Underdog Fantasy first, or do you?
we gonna hear from our guy Bajan first, and then we gonna talk about Blake Groupie. We'll be back right after this break. Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In 2025? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plug-in updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, BIJON at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
Blake Groupie's on my shit list, bro. It again, maybe just because I was there at a lot of the games last year where he missed field goals, but I don't know.
It's so hard, bro. It's hard, bro. Like, I think he missed like a total of 3 field goals last year, but they were crucial misses, like crucial. But he only missed 3, and he has this ability to go on like good runs. I hate kickers, bro. I hate kickers because on one hand it's like, okay, let's just go out and get another one, you know. Then
easier said than done. Yeah.
It's oh man, I mean, you got teams out here going through it, you know. But at the same time, like, what do you need to do? Like, but Groupie, you tell me, like, what do we need to get you these kicks, bro? Like,
this is where I say teams, sporting teams as a whole, not just NFL teams, don't do good jobs because if you're a sporting team, if you don't employ a sports psychologist or psychiatrist, probably not a psychiatrist because that's like medication, but at least a sports psychologist on your team, you're messing up. Because if I was Kellen Moore and my team had a sports psychologist, I'm telling Groupie, hey, go talk to doctor, whatever. Because it becomes simply a confidence thing. It's a mental hurdle that you can't overcome. We saw, like, I say we. Jay is a 49ers fan. The Niners drafted a kicker in the 3rd round in Jake Moody. He's no longer with the Niners. He's now on the Bears practice squad.
Booty is booty.
Like, so it just, and what's deflating, I would say, is that, like, it's always pretty deflating, but like the misses, they come after like the offense, like like the Olave almost touchdown, but they're so deflating because it comes after like the offense moves the ball, like
and you know who's talking about. Lance Moore was just talking about that on the Saints Squad show with Ross and John Hendricks and those guys. He was just talking about how like it sucks the wind out of you as an offense. Like you moving the ball. Okay, you get to the 20. Let's go get these. Let's put some points up. We try to get some points up. You know, we trying to get on the board. We ain't been on the board all day. And then you miss the key. He said just like it just drains you. It's like, oh no.
It's like he's like, you fucking like in your head. I know what they're thinking on the sideline. You gotta be like, you fucking kidding me, bro? You like, kidding me?
Don't even walk over here. Walk over there. Like, don't even. And you know, groupies thinking the same thing. Like, ah, damn, you know, like. So they got to get him out this funk, bro. They got to figure it out because this team, as you said, razor thin. 6 points so far in 2 weeks has been missed by Groupie. Them 6 points count. This team is not putting up 30, 40 points a game. You know what I'm saying? We are a low-scoring team.
Nigga, they got to 21 today. It should have been 24. Like, they almost put up 24 points today against a pretty good Niners defense. Like, I know they're not, like, but, like, a pretty decent Niners defense.
And And if they had made that, if he had made that kick, we would have been in field goal range again to like win the game. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having to go for a touchdown, like, okay, maybe it wouldn't have mattered or not. Who knows? But I'm just saying,
Right.
like, they got to figure that out. Like, this is like Kellen should be making a list of things that, and that list gets long. That's the thing about being a head coach. Week by week, that list gets longer and longer, and he has to start knocking those things down. The penalties, they were a little better today, but still not good enough. But it was good to see they were better.
Yeah.
The kicking, like, bro, this is like, you got to get that fixed. I don't know what it is. Do you bring in a kicker just to kind of like, I know Sean would do that sometime. He'll just bring in a kicker just to kind of like fuck with him a little bit, like, or do you sit him down with somebody? I don't know, but you got to fix it. Fix it.
We got 60 concurrent viewers in the chat right now.
What's up, y'all?
Excuse me, 129 views. You want to talk about Chris Olave's performance?
Yeah, man, because I had tweeted something earlier. I was like, man, I'm done. I can't defend him no more. I am the Chris Olave agenda. Chris Olave wide receiver one agenda. You know what I'm saying? I've been pushing it. I believe in him. Ooh, he made it tough today, bro. He made it tough.
I might have to get off the wide receiver one agenda, bro. I'm off of it, bro. I'm off of it.
You make it too hard, bro. You made it too hard for me. Still a good player, still a talented player, still a dynamic wide receiver. I love that he bounced back in this game. He was looking rough early. Half. Second half, he climbed the ladder, caught that big catch down close to the end zone, made some clutch catches, on the sideline for Rattler. So I'm glad that he bounced back. But it was looking rough early. Like I said, there was that one that should have been a touchdown that, him and Rattler were kind of off on. There's another throw that the one where he slipped, it just kind of annoyed me. Not just because he slipped.
Because it was almost like a wide open, probably was going to be a first down. It was on third. It was like
down. Third 13 or something like that. And maybe it would have been a first down or not. I literally looked at it like, maybe the 49ers fast ass linebackers would have came and stopped. Who knows?
It would have been. They would have. He probably, if he doesn't slip, makes it. If he doesn't get the first down, he makes it a decision if Kellen wants to go for it or not.
Right, and we already talked about the footing issues, but even outside of that, like, he hits the deck a lot, which is completely understandable. He's had multiple concussions.
Who's the Seahawks receiver that used to do that? Lockett.
Lockett.
Yeah.
He hits the deck, bro. And from his perspective, I just completely understand it. Like, this is your career. You got to protect yourself. No reason to put yourself out there like that. As a fan, it's kind of frustrating because someone like, bro, go get that first down. Like, go get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things because he hits the ground, he hits the deck, like, he hit the floor. But like I said, it was good to see him kind of bounce back today and get rhythm. I think he led the team in yards with like 50-something yards or whatever, had 6 catches.
I had it up earlier. He had 6 catches, 54 yards. Yeah, 6 catches, 54 yards.
And, it also brings up something interesting we was talking about on the Zoom. Is like, with the Saints making that trade yesterday for
Jalen
Polk, which, has no bearing on anything this year whatsoever. But, they also got Trey Palmer, they traded for Valet. They kind of, you got Mason Tipton. They got a lot of little young wide receivers in the room. Does that, because earlier this year we talked about how we really wouldn't listen to Chris Olave trade offers. Like, has that changed for you?
If a team came, it would have to be a second. That's where I was thinking. Like,
that's kind of where I'm at.
It's like if a team came off on a third, you keep a third. Like, I'm not training for a third. Team came for a second, but then it depends on but which team though, because the teams that would probably come offering a second, and I don't know if they would, but if it's the Chiefs or the Eagles that came offering a second, that's basically a high third round pick anyway, and I don't want to help them niggas anyway. So I don't know, bro. I would. Probably just keep him, bro.
Yeah.
We want to talk about the quintessential. Like, if you want to look at a Juwan Johnson game, like who Juwan Johnson is as a player, you watch this 49ers game right here, bro.
Sit. This is it. 40. This is Juwan Johnson right here. He had like 2 or 3 drops earlier. I'm talking about the droppest of drops. Like
it was at least 2.
Ball like going right here, and his hands are like this. It's just like bop. It's like, oh my God. Like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? And I was just like, he's really in his head from last week. Like, I was like, wow, he
100%.
is really in his head. And I know he was, because once he caught that big touchdown, beautiful catch, beautiful throw by Rattler. He was amped. Like,
yes.
Like he was like y'all talking shit about me. Like whatever opponent was in his head, telling him he ain't shit. He was like, y'all talking shit. There you go.
It was us. It was us, nigga.
Saints Black Party. He was going hell, boy. I was like, all right, whatever works, bro. Like, if that's what gets you going, like, knock yourself out, man. But it was good to, again, like, just like Olave, it was good to see him kind of shake back. He started off really rough early. He got going. Kelly called like an awesome scream that he stole from Shanahan.
Stole it mid-game, bro.
Like,
stole that shit mid-game, bro.
I think I saw him write it down. He said, "Oh, okay. I got that on my play sheet. We'll call that later." Forgot about that one. Called it. It was perfect. There's another one he threw where Juwan tried to like jump a lateral. Leapfrog the guy and just got like slammed down. But it turned out to be a statistically good Juwan game. And like I said, that touchdown was great. He focused. He caught that ball.
He did. Caught that motherfucker. It was 5. He went 5 for 49, 1 touchdown.
It's good, man. I'm gonna need him. And think about Rattler. Rattler gonna throw to him, bro. Rattler love him some Juwan. He is gonna throw to Juwan Johnson.
He just loves the tight end. Even when like Foster Morrow was healthy last season, he loved just throwing to the tight ends in general. Someone said Juwan was in his head about the drop he had last week. That could, yeah, I mean, for sure. At least right now. Hold on, let me check. Is the Cardinals game over with? Let me see. It is not. So at least right now, as a recording, it might change after the afternoon games end, but I don't think it will. The Saints are picking number 1 overall in the draft at 0-2. Number 1 overall in the draft. A little draft talk. What has been an interesting development in college football is that this much talked about 2026 quarterback class
Yeah.
2-3 weeks in has been extremely underwhelming. Extremely underwhelming. And I said it, and I said it in the Zoom, and I think people have said it in the Discord. The most Saints thing ever. Oh, Cole said Carolina driving to win against Arizona. Okay.
Wow.
The most Saints thing ever would be for them to end up picking number 1 overall, or maybe at least top 3 overall, and having a milquetoast quarterback class to pick from.
That'd be the Saints shit ever, bro. Most Saintsiest shit ever, bro.
And I can see it. And we said it, and I heard before the NFL season started, or I heard before the college football season started, that there were just people in the organization that are willing, potentially just want to run it back next year with Rattler and Chuck, and just grab the best talent available in the draft where they're picking, which might be a certain safety that plays for Ohio State. And in team building, this is one of the best things that could happen for this team in a team building way is if this team ends up picking 1 overall and they're not sold on any of these quarterbacks, and they do love Caleb Downs, and we could have that Caleb Downs discussion if you draft in a safety in top 5. We can have that discussion, but whatever. But if they could get a team that wants to trade up, who's picking in the top 4 to trade up to 1 and get a future first round pick in 2027 to move down to 3 or 4 and still get the player that they covet. This is all hypothetical, but also like not really that hypothetical. And then you have 2 first round picks to build on in 2027 with probably a team that potentially may not be that good. I'm just saying, like, I know people don't want to hear that. I know that's not like what's going to sell.
I think people would actually like that. Especially depending how the whole quarterback thing plays out, because
I don't know.
It could be one of those years. Huh?
We're also a Saints podcast, and there's also a lot of LSU fans, and if they pick in the top 3, like, just go get Nuss.
I mean, the Nuss, the Saints. I mean, it's gonna be so obvious because it's daddy there, blah 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 blah. It's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be ridiculous. But yeah, but you never know. It could be a year like, what was that, 2013 when Eric Fisher went number 1 overall, where you couldn't even sell the first overall pick. Nobody wanted it. It was like, no thanks. So, but I don't know if it'll be that bad. We'll see how the rest of this college season plays out with, Sellers and Nuss. Nuss might go on a heater.
That's all it takes sometimes.
You got a Law, a Drew Law. You got what's his name? Meteor. Oh, Mateer, whatever. Is he a junior?
Yeah, he's draft eligible. Yeah, because he transferred from, I want to say Washington State. No, Washington. Yeah.
We'll see how it plays out. And whether the Saints will want one of them or not, who knows? But like you said, they might be good enough. Just we're gonna just take a great player and let the chips fall where they may. We're not gonna take a reach for a quarterback. We're just gonna draft blue chip talent, which they need. They need blue chip talent.
Blue chip, bro.
Everywhere. Pick a position. Please, not offensive line. Please. Anywhere but that.
Can't take it.
Anywhere but offensive line. But anywhere else, they need it desperately. And so that might be the case, bro. I don't know.
It's just gonna be fascinating to see how it tracks. Before we wrap up, we're gonna take our last break and then wrap up our thoughts from this game with the Niners and get. Tony said draft talent and play them at their natural position. Tony said that in all caps. Tony fed up. We'll be back after our last break.
Go, Tony. Football is back, and there's no better place to get in on the action than Underdog. It's the easiest way to make picks and win money all season long. Here's how it works. You make your picks. If you're right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play as little as for $1. This week, I'm looking at the Bucks versus Falcons matchup. I've got Mike Evans for higher than 1 touchdown and Kyle Pitts for lower than 50 yards. That's my card. Now it's your turn. Just download the Underdog app, sign up with promo code BLOCKPARTY, and you'll get $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code BLOCKPARTY. Millions of fans have already won billions on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 HOPEline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
We are back. Just looking at the stats. So AKA had 99 yards rushing. He went over 100 yards in totality from scrimmage.
It's good to see.
It was. And I felt like there were plays, especially in that second half, where I felt like that front of the Niners started wearing down, and the Saints were able to kind of lean on them. And good for Kellen to kind of go spread in that up tempo, that tempo, that pace, that really helped. We saw it a lot last week. They didn't do it as much this week, but they ran it a lot more in the second half, and it really was to their benefit.
Yeah, man. There was a couple of sequences where AK was popping off 11, 8 yards here and there. Kendra was getting some nice chunks. It was looking good. And I like that they stuck with the run for the most part. There were a couple times where it's like, Kellen, what are you doing? Like, a couple of moments like that. But for the most part, even going into, it's like he heard I don't know if he heard the criticism, or if he just kind of saw it himself from last week. Like, man, I need to
have a more game.
Close game. I don't need to go run away from the run game like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm in up tempo, you can still run the ball with AK. And they did. They did do that. They ran with him while in up tempo, and it looked good. You know, so I was glad to see them kind of stick with that. But yeah, AK had 100 yards. There's some other key plays that I was looking at.
But one of the key plays to me, and I mentioned it earlier, was that Yadam play where he slips on big third down. Niners are driving 2-minute drill to end the half. Huge third down. It's a long third down, and Yadam just slips, leads to a huge completion.
You could have just stopped that third down. You could have just stopped that, because every third down was a big third down that got converted. Even it was the first time I heard Kellen just sounded like just kind of pissed talking about it today. Like, just you can't. He said you can't. You did good stuff on first down and second down. You got him the third and long, and then you just give it away. Like, and it's 2 weeks in a row. And Kellen said that. He was like, this has been 2 weeks in a row, been having the same issue. So, and it's so frustrating because a lot of times the guys are in position. Okay, you fooled me. It's a bust. A guy's wide open. Boom, you got me. But when the guy's in position and you just don't make the play, like that, there is like unforgivable. Like, you got to make the play. You got to make the tackle. A lot of stuff. I've been telling people, like, this scheme is like very difficult. So with that Pete Werner play, where like, you know, you're doing a lot of pattern matching, you're trying to know what's going on behind you and in front of you at the same time and all that stuff. He kind of, first of all, it's Pete Werner and you got Jawan Jennings running behind you. Like, what you want the man to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, just it's Pete Werner, bro. Like, you're asking a lot here, but still, it's just like they got to fix those type of plays. You know, they got to fix that. Brandon Staley, I guess I'm kind of in the same area with him that I'm with Kellen. Like, there's a lot of things that I like that they've been doing. I feel like they start games like super hype, super adrenaline really pumping, and then it kind of teeters down a little bit. But then at the same time, they'll close out a game pretty well. They closed out the game last week well, and this week I thought they gave the offense a chance, which is good. Like, we couldn't get that out of DH. Yeah,
who got 50 plus points put on his ass today, nigga?
I love it.
You already got Bears fans wanting to fire, bro.
Thrive off negativity. I don't care.
Hemisphere said 3rd and 15, and you can't get out the field. That's getting old. Listen,
It's getting old, bro. But we've been dealing with it a long time.
I was like, we've been doing this podcast 5+ years. I did a fucking podcast with Nick Underhill for a couple of years. Like, this been a theme. Like,
Going back to Greg Williams, what you talking about, man? And it's funny because like I hear coaches talk about, well, once it's beyond like 3rd and 8, man, he's talking about very low percentage. I'm like, shit, you must be not facing the Saints defense. Saints defense, that means your percentage is better. Shit. It's crazy, man, but they got to fix that shit. That shit drives me bananas because you're like, you're in 3rd and 15. Like that, like, what are you doing? I mean, even, I think it was a 2nd and 15 or 2nd and 12 or something where Mac Jones broke off like a big run. I'm like, Mac Jones? Who? Mac Jones. You let this man run on you?
yes.
Oh.
And those are the things where, I thought Pete Warner had a good game in the first half.
He did.
And then in the second half, it felt like Kyle Shanahan was like, all right, we're going 20.
We're going to get him isolated on some things, man.
Like they started going after him in the pass,
ain't
especially
no
in the
joke,
passing
bro.
game.
He ain't no joke, man. I loved how Kellen and Rattler kind of used, Rattler in the run games, like on that as a 4th and, was it the 4th and 1?
Yeah, and 1.
Where, he kind of went like he was going to throw the AK, but then he cut up field real quick to convert that 4th and 1. So I like when they use his legs smartly. Just start sliding more, buddy. Like you go head first a lot. Check yourself a little bit. But it was good to see that. I like the way they use that. Just having a quarterback that can do that just opens up a lot of things for you, especially on like short yardage plays. What else I liked? I thought Carl Granderson had a good game. 2 weeks in a row, honestly.
He had a
big creep doing his thing. Brian Brzee popped a few times. He had a nice pass defense and got in the backfield quite a bit. Missed the tackle in the backfield, but he got back there. Shit. Okay.
Do you feel like, just interesting question as we head towards the end of this recap, do you feel like Rattler is doing enough to stay the starting quarterback?
I do think we're seeing growth, like literally week to week growth. And like I said, it's such a roller coaster with quarterbacks, man, because it's never going to be, the switch has flipped and the lights come on. The light is going to flicker. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the way it is. And he's just always had this kind of scattershot accuracy.
Yes.
So it's going to be there's going to be times that every game is just going to leave you like, damn, man. So I do think he's on track to like keep playing. Like I don't think he's in danger of losing his job whatsoever. Now that could change really quickly, if he has like a real stinker. But He hasn't had a stinker yet. Like to me, he's had his 2 games has been his best games as a pro. Real, and not just me. Like Kurt Warner was on TV talking about that this morning. He thought last week Rattler had his best game as a pro last week. And I think when he watches this game, he's going to see he had another really good game. Not a perfect game, not the greatest game. But even when you just look at like advanced stats and stuff, Rattler has had, it's like 20th, 22nd QB in the league type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of, that makes sense, which is kind of where you kind of hoped where he'll be at. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I think he's fine right now. I think he's fine, but he's still kind of living on the edge because, I don't know what they're doing in the background with Shuck, but I'm sure he's working. I'm sure he's getting on the scout team. I'm sure he's, working off to the side, getting any reps he can. So I know he thirsty to getting up in there, bro. So, all it's going to take is like a game or 2 of,
Yep.
Like, 'cause luckily he just hadn't had those stinkers where he's throwing multiple picks and stuff like that, where you worried about it like that. So, but I think he's doing good, bro. Like, even judging by like the Twitter reaction that I've seen, like for the most part, people are like, man, Rattler looking solid,
Even Someone, Jack Hunter in the chat just said, "Is Shuck doing enough to push him for the starting role?" That is the scarier thought. Right now, probably not.
I'm shook. I'm letting Rattler take these lumps because you got Seattle next week.
Week 4, you go to Buffalo.
So we got to fly to Seattle.
West Coast.
Then go all the way to Buffalo the week after that.
And then
we got the Giants
at home, I believe.
Mm.
With Burns, Thibodeau, and Abdul Carter. Now, that Giants game potentially is a winnable game, but we shall see.
Russell Wilson just put up like damn near 500 yards.
Bro, was bombing it away, bro. Bombing it away. Anyhow, no, that's your cat.
Yep.
These are the
knock my internet out. Move.
I've seen this in the chat multiple times. I wouldn't see. This is from D. Nicholas. I wouldn't mind seeing Stutzman's rotate more in with Warner.
I agree.
I think his speed would be nice to see in the defense. Not, I think like sporadically.
Yeah.
Sporadically.
Man, get all the young guys in. Got a little Vernon up in the day. We got Sanka in there. Let's get some Quincy Riley in there. Let's get this movement going, man.
See it, man. Like you drafted these guys. You got to see it. Like we got to see who's on this bus for 2026. We will talk about this Seahawks game on Wednesday. I believe Kellen said that they plan to fly out a little earlier to Seattle for them to get acclimated to time zones and what have you. Shout out to Roderick. He said, "Man, I really hate the color red." Our dude Roderick was at the game today.
He was at the Dome, bro. He was not feeling it. Not feeling it.
Shout out to Josue Sandoval with the 199 super chat. He said, "I'm just glad I'm not emotionally attached anymore."
Thank you.
Bliss.
Tell him.
Bro, I was watching
can you imagine?
Bro, Tyler was in the Zoom just losing it, bro. Just losing it.
Oh, Tyler was losing it, bro. It's a lot. Just a note, I try to watch at least one side of the ball on all 22 and write up a little something and put it on the Patreon. So y'all just be on the lookout. You get an email notification when I post it. So probably do that tomorrow or Tuesday and put that up there.
There you go. So Patreon, Wolf's all 22 breakdowns be posted this either Monday or Tuesday, and then back to it. Seahawks. See if this team can get a win, and if not,
boy, week 3 already. This season moving, boy.
If not, we continue to win. That's all I know, bro. And I was checking even after the losses in the afternoon game, still picking one overall. Also, both the Saints and the Chiefs 0-2. Who would have thought? Thought they'd be here.
The Chiefs lost that game?
Yeah.
Damn. I think all the new coaches are 0-2, right?
No.
Liam.
Liam won last week, and Schottenheimer won today. So Ben Johnson does not have a win. Kellen Moore does not have a win.
AG.
Aaron Glenn doesn't have a win. It's his defense is not great. Like you can't be a defensive head coach and your defense can not looking good.
It out your boy. It's on. Ben Johnson 0-2.
Yeah, Ben Johnson 0-2 as well. Someone said blame Travis Kelce. His ass dropped a touchdown and then threw the ball into Quinyon Mitchell's hands. Whoops. Oh well.
We do not care. We don't care.
Anyway, we appreciate y'all for being with us on the Recap Pod. We'll be back on Wednesday. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. With that, we are out.
Peace.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.